All right, shalom and good morning, Boaz here. Well, it's a beautiful fall day out here on the land, and let me tell you, man, the camera does not do this justice. I mean, it's just something about a picturesque piece of property. You see the flock see me over here, so they're coming in my direction because they see me out here. But that's just how it is being a shepherd. But what I wanted to talk about was land preservation, land maintenance, and wood, and a couple other things. So here we go. All right. So when I first purchased this property, uh, I first had people that uh, were homesteaders and that own land themselves uh, take a look at the land to ensure that I was buying something good. Uh, so overall, does it have a well? Does it have any kind of structures on it that you can use, that you can fix up? Like, for instance, the fencing was already here when I got here. I mean, I've had to do some fixing and stuff, but it's always good to purchase something that, somebody else has put in a little bit of work. But still, you're going to have to continue to maintain and upkeep and develop. So this is what I've been doing. But one of the things that you'll deal with is, see, this is a dry creek that runs on the side of the property. And sometimes I'll get down there and I'll use it as a training exercise. So, I can shoot all in here without having any danger of, any stray bullets going up. So the idea is that this is a good 10 feet down, 10 to 12 feet down. But one of the things that's happening is that there's erosion taking place due to the simple fact that, the water comes gushing through here. I mean, this thing could be filled up halfway at any given time, or a quarter way. I wouldn't say halfway, quarter way. But it is a dry creek. But, when it rains heavy, the water runs through here. So it's a good thing to use. And there's a property on the other side of the creek. But what's happening is that there's erosion that's taking place. So what I was able to do, if you see here, I mean, this has to be at least 3 dump load trucks of wood. What's happening is that I know people that cut down trees, and I ran into them one time and I was like, hey, listen here, I'm having an erosion problem. Why don't you come and go ahead and dump those trees or that brush on the land? And there's 3 places. I want to have them dump it right here. You see below this tree right here, I want to have them dump it right here, and they have plenty. They already filled in this entire area. They'll continue to dump right here, and that'll deal with my erosion issue from the water. So the beautiful thing about this situation also is that I get free wood. Okay, so you see all of this stuff. I mean, I'm telling them, dump as much as you can. They can just back it up, come in, and dump. Okay, but in addition to that, what I do as well is I get also the firewood. Okay, and so they separate it out and they put it out for me. So all of this is good kindling to be burned. But in addition to that, in addition to the kindling, you will have the wood. And I think this is a white oak or a white oak. What else you got? The maple. This is good wood to burn. And so, as you know, I mean, I've recently purchased a log splitter. Now, I have plenty of wood. But I recently purchased a 27-ton log splitter. And let me tell you, man, this stuff, I mean, I got the chainsaws. Perfect example. Just cut through that, put it on a log splitter, boom, 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 cut it up. Different kind of wood there. And I can go ahead and sell this wood if I want to. You can see the flock. They come, they see me, and then they say, hey, what's going on? But I can sell this wood as well. And so, when you have resources like this, I mean, these people, they drop it off for free. they sorted out, and I'm not using any of this area. They can fill this entire area with wood if they want to. This is like, one of those dead spaces where, as when I was speaking to the folks that gave me the guidance on, where to put structures, where not to put structures, was like, don't ever put structures on a certain length in a certain area on a land. So, but no structures, but this is like, use your unused space, and I can use it to just store a ton of wood. And so it like knocks out, two birds with one stone when it comes to obtaining wood, obtaining kindling, and as well building those local relationships, because that guy's out there giving out my business card as well. But in addition to that, I can deal with my erosion issue, because he can dump as much wood as he wants to in this creek. All of that, you don't see it, but all that they dump so far. So they can continue to dump here to their heart's content. And because where they were dumping before, the guy charged them a $20 dump fee or something like that. So why pay somebody $20 to get wood dump when somebody else do it for free? And there's another area in that section right there where I want them to dump, because you see the trees leaning. You see those two trees leaning right there? Is because erosion is taking place. And to deal with that erosion issue, you need logs, you need rocks, you need some type of material at the base that's going to deal with that issue. I'm not worried about it really affecting the property, because this is just all dead space. But, I'm eventually going to have to deal with this. You see how these two trees are leaning now? But the simple solution for that is like, like the county, they dumped a whole bunch of rocks over there. But I'm going to get a whole bunch of rocks or a whole bunch of wood and stuff dumped right there to deal with that erosion issue. So this is how you just knock out two birds with one stone. There's plenty of wood to acquire. And it ain't going to go bad, because at the end of the day, before it's all said and done, I'll have 4 wood stoves going, or 4 wood stoves that can be used at any given time when it comes to the outhouse. And I'm going to hook that up real nice, put a little crawfoot tub in there, put a little shower area in there, as well as running the water lines. I already got that set up. So it's a beautiful thing, because, we all want modern day conveniences. But certain things will never go modern day because it's not efficient. One of those things is like wood. Like we have like a washing machine, but we don't have a dryer because we have a clothesline. So it doesn't make any sense to burn that energy when you could just hang your clothes, and it's much more healthy, and it's out there in the fresh breeze of the air. You don't have to spend those resources, but we do have a washing machine. We have wood stoves. This is how we heat and stay warm, because it's just more efficient than going ahead and paying for propane or paying for natural gas, whatever. All of these prices are going up. And who does it affect? Who does it hurt the most? The poor. I tell you. But when you're able to hunt, then this is the same field that the flock is in, right? And look at her. She pregnant. She pregnant. She pregnant. She pregnant. She pregnant. They all about to drop again in a couple of months. But this is where I hunt as well, because the deer, they run from the woods over there, and I own a certain section of those woods, and they run over there, and then they run through the creek. So the idea is that when you're self-sufficient, when you have your own wood, when you can raise your own flock, when you can hunt, it's all about self-sufficiency. It's all about getting unplugged from the matrix. But look at this. This is good wood. Good burnable wood. And, with the log splitter, I can go ahead and sell this stuff as well, if I wanted to. There's always ways of making money, because, hey, I saw on wood stoves, right? Wood stoves. I remember when I was able to get a nice wood stove, for $300-$400. I mean, the wood stoves with the glass face and everything. Now, because of the high energy prices, people are reverting back to wood. Now people are selling their used wood stoves for $1,000, $1,500. Me personally, I think it's still a great catch, or still a great deal, due to the simple fact that if you're going to buy a brand new Lupai or Country Hearth or one of them wood stoves, and you don't need a fancy one or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if you want something nice to put in your place, it's going to run you $3,000, $2,500. You know what I'm saying? Brand new. So you might as well go ahead and purchase a used wood stove if you can find one. I mean, anything regionally, anything within 5 hours of here, I'm constantly looking for. I'm constantly tracking. And if I see anything, I'm dropping everything immediately and even getting it, because I can refurbish it, put new glass like I did, because all of the wood stoves that I have, I purchased and restored. And it's easy to restore it. You got to have the tools to do it. But it's easy to restore, and I can turn around and sell it. I mean, I have one, what is it? It's not a Fisher. It's one of them is like a Fisher. That's a wood stove that I purchased for $150. I can turn around today and sell it for $1,000 if I wanted to. Because that's what they're going for now on Facebook Marketplace. People are getting hip. People are getting hip to the fact that, hey, energy prices are going up. And the best deal that you can do, especially if you're a homesteader, is to get yourself and install yourself a wood stove. You see? But you got to be in a situation where, you can pick it up. You got to transport it. And a lot of people don't have the truck. They don't have the trailer or whatever, So it's a good business to get into. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm looking for wood stoves. I'm actively looking for nice wood stoves so I can refurbish them and sell them. But that's the deal. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's done. It's just a beautiful thing when you can have the ability to go ahead, because this is a need. People need to understand that these kind of things are a need. And it is going to definitely be a market for it. It's a market for it now. I've been telling people with these wood stoves, I've been watching them. I've been watching these prices go up. And let me tell you, man, it's interesting. I must, all of the wood stoves now probably on the land amount to about $13,000 worth of wood stoves if I sold them retail, if I purchased them retail. And they're working good. I've done videos on how I've restored them. And upgraded the steel planks or whatever that I had to do in them. Went down to the local steel place that sells steel, and get them to cut me pieces and everything, J bars and L bars or whatever, and throw them new ones in there, and they work like a charm. So this is how you do it. This is how it needs to get done. But you got to be focused, and you got to look at these trends and take advantage of the opportunities, because they are there. They're definitely there. As usual, the harvest is plenty, but the labor is a few. But those who are willing to labor, I'm telling you, you're going to get a serious increase. That's my testimony. But y'all have a blessed day. Shalom.